Howdy there, folks. I'm Gene of RPG, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy, the Pixel Remastered Edition. Last time, we went through the Ice Cave, where we managed to get the Levy Stone, which allowed us to get the airship, which now quite literally means we can go pretty much anywhere. So what are we going to do next? Well, we could go to the volcano, the Mount Golg, and take on the Fire Fiend, but I don't want to do that yet. Instead, let's actually head up to this string of islands up here to the northwest, where there's all these little holes here. We're going to go into each and every single one of them, because they are the Dragon Caves. And we're going to steal all their stuff, which so far is just money. Hi! Only the truly brave can obtain a token of their courage. Okay. Ooh, an X potion. X potion fully restores HP. It's pretty spiffy, although I haven't really even been using high potions all that much yet. But we have new enemies here, Barettas. They are weak to ice, if I'm not mistaken, and, well, because we can go anywhere, this means that enemies that we encounter might be a little tougher than really intended, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. But let's get back in the air so I don't have to fight more of those. Hi there. Once long ago, there was an age when man and dragon lived together. Hey, that sounds an awful lot like the beginning of Fire Emblem 7. I love Fire Emblem 7. It's actually my favorite Fire Emblem game. But, I'm just saying it is. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and go to... Nope, can't land there. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. So, in this version of the game, you can clearly tell these are swords. For the longest time in several other versions of the game, I thought they were crosses. But no, they're swords. Hi there. This is the Chamber of Bahamut, the Dragon King. Mind your tongue. I mean, we don't talk, so... The Dragon King looks within to measure a person's true courage. Hi. Are you gonna be my summon? I am the Dragon King Bahamut. I confer honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. Return to me with a token of your courage. Huh. Alright, well, we're gonna have to figure out what that might be. Wonder what could possibly work as a token of our courage. I mean, I got a stick the other day from one of the chests. Does that count? Alright, but we're not done talking. Have you spoken with our king? Yes, I have. It is customary for dragons to venture northeast to the Citadel of Trials. There we must test our mettle by claiming a token of courage. Okay, well, we know where to get a token of courage. The form of the token of courage changes with the times. Do not let its appearance deceive you. So it could be a stick. Well, that was useful because we know now where to go to find what we need. Oh, this island sucks. So the airship, we can go pretty much anywhere. However, we cannot land in the water, on swampy, marshy land, which is the more bluish grass, in sand, or on mountains or forests. So we can go pretty much anywhere at this point, but we are still a little limited. Once long ago, the Northland was filled with beautiful shrines and towering mechanical castles. So very long ago. I mean, it's been, what, 200 years, I think? I mean, the dragons of the Cardian Islands have no love of senseless killing. Well, you know, your white dragon buddies in the ice cave really tried. They didn't do very good, but they tried. It is a rare thing to have humans visit us here. Yeah. Ooh, an elixir. Elixirs restore, fully restore HP and I believe all spell slots. They're really good. And I'm not somebody who's above using an elixir if I need to. I don't care. I've gotten past that little problem of feeling the need to save things like that. I don't care. Yes, I do indeed have a spine in me. Please don't take it out. A dry ether. That is a ooh, a nickel needle. Dry ether is a better ether, I believe. It restores 5 spell slots of each level. And that's pretty darn good, not gonna lie. Although regular ethers also make the spell slot system much more manageable in this game. Anyway, so we need to head to the northeast so we can find, well, this place. However, you will note there really isn't a good place to land. Not really. There's all forests and swampland and all that. One place you can land is all the way over here, and then you loop around to get there. A place that I actually think is closer is on the opposite side of this desert, if I remember correctly. Where is it? Is it here? Where the hell is it? Oh, I know it's over here. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. It's not right there. I think it really is right here. Is right here. This is a much closer spot, in my opinion. We just have to walk through the desert, which has sandworms! Sandworms, like many desert enemies, I believe are weak to ice. And it can use Earthquake, which is the same thing as Quake. As the Quake spell, and if that works, it will instantly kill whoever it works on. So, I mean, that's dangerous, but yeah, we'll be fine. We're past the desert. Worms! These are the weirdest worm sprites I've seen that I can think of off the top of my head. That said, there's not a lot to talk about with them. They're moderately difficult enemies, but we're way more than tough enough to deal with them. I think they have a fire attack, but I might be mistaken about that. Because as you can see, they're really not very tough. I can't go that way. Here we have Ochus and Hydras. These are enemies we normally encounter on the rivers. We fought the Neo Ochu, which is a tougher Ochu. The regular ones, I mean, they're not really anything special either. Let's go ahead and use Kira and Thundaga. I believe, with the exception of the Ochus, everything that you encounter on rivers are weak to lightning. Oh, the Ochus might be as well, actually, having seen the damage amount there. I'm not sure. Either way, they go down pretty easy. Their thing is that they can inflict various status conditions, such as poison, on characters that they hit with physical attacks. But either way, here we are. The Citadel of Trials. Where you can squeeze through through the little walkway. Oh. But hi there. You come bearing the crown, I see. Your fortitude cannot be questioned. Indeed not. Very well. I shall grant you the right to undergo the trials. Go now. Sit upon the throne. Your courage will be put to the test. If true courage dwells within you, you will find proof of it here. Okay. They are talking about the crown we got in the Marsh Cave. I'm not really sure why you need to have that to do this, considering you can't get here without having it. So I'm not sure if there even is dialogue if you somehow come here without it. Like if you, I don't know, hack the game or something like that. Anyway, we have a teleporter maze puzzle. Yay. One thing about this version of the game, the teleporters take forever to work in comparison to other versions of the game. But we have a new enemy here, King Mummy. It's a tougher mummy. That's it. It's just a tougher mummy. It's still undead. It's still able to be killed with Diara and Diaga and fire. Alright, so if I remember correctly, it's that teleporter, this teleporter. This one, obviously, I mean, it's the only option. Dragon zombies! Alright, well, these are more dragon enemies, but they are, well, undead, so they're susceptible to the standard stuff, such as Diaga and, well, fire. I don't think they're as tough of enemies as the white dragons that we fought in the ice cave, which you have to go through in order to get here. It's a weird thing, but yeah. Anyway, I think it's this one. If I'm wrong, then we go back to start. Oh, or just to another spot, I guess. Okay. Well, then it's obviously this one. Medusas! They are not the most difficult enemy in the world, but they do have a much higher chance of petrifying characters. Much, much more so than cockatrices. They have actual skills that directly petrify characters, so... yeah. And again, if everybody gets petrified, that is a game over. Okay, I believe it's this one over here. Horned Devils! Okay, well, I can believe Devil more so from this sprite than Gargoyle. As you can see, they cast Fyra. It's not really all that powerful, though. And they themselves, they're just kind of here. Cannon fodder. It's funny, this dungeon's not very hard. Like, at all. I mean, at all. It's a pretty simple, pretty easy dungeon. Anyway, I believe this is the right teleporter. Or maybe not. Obviously, I do not have the teleporter maze memorized, if you can't tell. I do miss how instantaneous it is in other versions of the game, though. It's just like, there, there, there. I like it better that way. I'm just saying. In here, if I quit running around like an idiot. Ran around like an idiot. Now I need to use high potions. Alright, anyway, a potion. Great. Alright, I think it's actually this one. Minotaur zombie! They're tougher than regular Minotaurs, but once again, they're undead, so they're susceptible to fire and light. A lot of things in this dungeon happen to be undead. Haha, I was right! Hi there. Here we have nightmares. They are not undead, if I'm not mistaken, and I do believe they can put you to sleep. Oh, and blind you by snorting at you. Okay. They're modestly difficult enemies. Really, they're just more of a nuisance with the blind. I could have sworn they could put you to sleep. Maybe that's their, maybe their regular attacks have a chance to do that. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different game. That's definitely possible. Oh, I forgot. Blind wears off at the end of battles. Ha! Ah, the healing staff. Okay, the healing staff is actually the first of these kinds of items. When you use it in battle and select it from the item menu, it casts heal. That character casts the heal spell. This is actually really good in a lot of versions of this game. In this version of the game, not so much. It's just kind of there. But using this battle as an example, selecting the healing staff and having, let's say, Bobby use it, it'll cast heal on the entire party, which restores some HP to the whole party. And yeah, this is actually really good because, well, you don't want to burn through all your spell charges, and the only healing items that were in the original game were potions, just the dinky 50 HP ones, which are still super helpful for the record in that game. And I believe antidotes were in the game. And then there's the tents and the houses, and I think sleeping bags were there too, but yeah, that made items like that, items like the healing staff, invaluable because, well, you can use it infinitely. Ice Brand! That is a weapon very similar to the Flame Sword, only it is a fair bit more powerful and it's ice elemental instead of fire. However, this frees up the Fire Sword, or the Flame Sword rather, so we can give that to Bobby. And now Bobby has the Flame Sword. A Ruby Armlet. Ooh, those are great. Let's go ahead and put that onto Ted here. As you can see, it's straight up just a very nice defense boost. And that makes me happy. Steel gloves! Yay. Some gil, some more gil, a cottage, and monsters! Clay golems. Clay golems are very physical-oriented enemies. As for their weakness, I do not remember off the top of my head. I can check after the fight. Obviously, they are not undead, so the Dia spells will not do anything to them. Pretty sure lightning is not their weakness. If I had to guess, I'd say ice. We'll find out in a second here. Ah, gauntlets. Okay. First things first, let's go ahead and check the bestiary, see what those clay golems happen to be weak to. There it is. Blizzard? Is it Blizzard? No, it's not weak to anything. It is, however, resistant to, well, basically all spells. Like all magic. Okay. Good to know. Alright, well, anyway, as far as the gauntlets, as far as I know, nobody can actually equip them. They're unequipable armor. However, much like the healing staff, these are, in this version of the game, even better than that. They cast Thundara when you use them. This means you now have infinite use of Thundara in battle, and that's pretty spiffy. Can I take this? Yay, we got a rat's tail. What are we going to do with that? Well, that's our token of courage, but first we have to defeat this fellow. Oh, okay. Also, how did they ambush us? I talked to them. I call Bull Dinky on that. Oop, not Thundaga, Faraga. I've killed about 20 of these things already, so... But there we go. We got the token of courage, and we step on this throne to get teleported out. Or rather, back to there. Like I said, a really easy dungeon, all things considered. But it has some nifty treasure, I do admit that. Those gauntlets are super good in this version of the game. So here we can actually fight the Sphinx enemies that we saw as a monster in a box in the Earth Cave. Something that's also really good about the gauntlets and items like that is that our white mage can use them. And so for now, we can have her getting in with the magic damage as well as our black mage. Or we can have our black mage use it, and it is the exact same as if he were to cast Thundara. Items like that are so good in this game. Obviously, Betty has a much lower intellect than Ted. Ted's actually got really high smarts. At 39. Whereas Betty is at 27 and Bobby is at 25. Ted's smart. I almost forgot which way I was going. Let's go ahead and use a tent, and I also want to go ahead and say... Actually, let's just use a cottage. Just so I can get all my spell slots back, and it's just more convenient at this point than a tent. Although a tent would have worked just fine. Let's go ahead and save. Wyverns! Stronger worm enemies. Kind of weird that they're all here, both the wyverns and the worms. At least I think they're the stronger rendition. Maybe they're the weaker ones. I don't know. I love the tongue, though. It's weird. But, Hey, Bobby! Good job. You got HP. You're up over 300 now. And Betty just broke 5. Alright, but anyway, I made it across the desert without dying. Yay! Let's go ahead and return to Bahamut. I jump cut, but we're actually almost there. I think it was this cave. Bahamut, I found a rat tail. Am I courageous? Long has it been since men of courage stood before me. Your bravery seems worthy of consideration. The rat's tail you carry is a fitting token of courage and strength. So be it. I shall honor you with titles befitting your valor. Okay. And yeah, with that, our appearance has completely changed. So yeah, with that, our character's appearance has very much changed. Ted, I hate Ted's new look. Betty took her robe off and also dyed her hair. The other two just kind of look the same, only not so chibified, bobbleheady. But anyway, this turned our characters into different classes. Billy is now a knight. Doesn't mean a whole lot other than he's able to get some very low-level white magic spells that are not worth considering. Bobby is a red wizard. This means that he can now equip slightly better equipment. I believe. Yes, slightly better equipment. And he can also learn some more advanced spells. White wizard. She can learn more advanced white magic spells that she cannot learn as a white mage. And same for the black wizard. I hate the black wizard's hair. I missed the hat. Ted, what are you doing, man? Put your hat back on. But yes, we now have our classes changed. And so before we end this part off, I say we go and take care of some shopping, some spell shopping, as it were. So the first place I want to stop is actually one of the last towns you're supposed to go to, and that is Gaia. Okay. So let's take a look. Blizzaga, I absolutely want for Bobby and for Ted. This is the tier 3 ice elemental spells. Very much worth it. Very powerful. It also that shop also had Break, which is single target Petrify, which is effectively just death. Kiraja and Diaja. Kiraja fully restores a target's HP and cures some status effects. Diaja is the strongest rendition of the Dia spells. I want both of those. Actually, I didn't even pay attention. Can Bobby learn Kiraja? No, I didn't think so. The other really important thing here, and yes, there is a couple more magic shops. The other really important things here, though, are the ruby armlets and the protect rings. I want 4 protect rings and 2 ruby armlets. The protect rings are rings that protect you from instant death. They also add 8 to defense, and anybody can equip them. They're really good, as in we're probably not going to get better. I also want to go ahead and put the ruby armlets onto the 2 mages that do not have them, and so now we are defensively set. As for weapons, they sell cat claws. It's just a dagger. It's a very underwhelming dagger. Very much not worth the investment, in my humble opinion. Over here, we can buy Holy. Holy is, it says Holy Light. It's actually non-elemental. It is a level 8 magic spell, and the one I want the most for Betty. And over here, well, I'm out of money, but you can get Stop, Warp, and Kill. None of these are ones that I want. Stop, stops time and paralyzes all enemies. Warp banishes enemies to another dimension. It's just an instant death spell. Kill is also a instant death spell. There's a better level 8 spell out there, but we gotta wait to get it. Well, actually, we could probably get it right now, but we're gonna wait to get it until later. But yeah, now I just want to get Thundaga for Bobby, because he can now have Thundaga. And I think there's only 1 or 2 other white magic spells that I care about. And yeah, we're looking pretty good, believe it or not. Then again, we're definitely more than halfway done with the game. I know that. Man, I should have flown to Cornelia. It's cheaper. Anyway, let's also sell stuff really quick, and then we're going to end things off. Mithril sword, we're never going to use that again. Coral swords, worthless to us. The knives, barely even worth selling. Great axe, don't need. Staff, I don't need that. Healing staff, I'm going to hold on to, even though that's a lot of money. Mithril armor, iron armor, clothes, ugh. Silver armlets. Ooh, not the gauntlets. Wrong thing. Mithril gloves, steel gloves, mithril mail. Alright, there we go. Sold off everything that we're not going to use. And so, folks, next time on Final Fantasy, the Pixel Remastered Edition, we're going to actually do a little bit more shopping. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then we're also probably going to go ahead and tackle the volcano. I'm Gene of RPG, and I'll see you guys then.